Morning everyone, I am Remy and I wanted to wish you guys a happy Sunday and a happy National Strawberry Shortcake Day. Read up on it, and a couple of things that you can do to celebrate is obviously make a strawberry shortcake to share with some family and friends. Go visit a strawberry patch. We have a beautiful one up here in Carlsbad that I do see off the freeway and people go to. There's a small race I think that they hold there too once a year. Have not done that, but I would like to go up there and pick some strawberries at some point while we're still here. And then the last thing is to have strawberry shortcake ice cream. So those are the three things that I saw on there. There's a couple more, but those are the three that stood out for me. But today's gonna be another garden tour day. It's gonna be a shorter one, or at least I'm hoping to. But one real quick thing is I wanted to do a shout out to my girlfriend at work, Amber. She got me this. I thought it was super cute. I love sunflowers and I love the color yellow. So she got me a cute little cup from Starbucks, and on the back side she put at Dream Living Homestead. So I'd really like to thank you for this. This is just awesome. Okay, so now let's get to the garden tour. Okay, so I will start you guys out on the hot pepper side, and I swear one day I'll remember to stare at the actual camera and not at myself talking. It's just a hard thing to do. But we're gonna start with peppers. I did do some rearranging because I ended up getting this cute ladder, which I've always wanted one to repaint and throw in the garden and throw a couple of things on there. It just, to me, is just an awesome addition to our balcony garden. So without further ado, as you can see, my banana peppers are just, excuse me, growing like a weed. It's not a great sunlight right there, great light, but growing like weeds. I am starting to get some Fresno chilies, some hot Fresno chilies that are right there. It's a little hard to see right there, but it's just that time of year, but you can maybe get a little hint of that, but that's a little baby one coming through. And we've got this massive banana pepper that I'm hoping to be able to pick soon. Habanero plant, I haven't seen anything from this yet, but it does appear to be starting to sprout something, but we'll come back to that. And I think finally our jalapeno plant is making a run for its money. These are all new, so I'm hoping that will happen because I love jalapenos and I love salsa, or at least we love salsa here and I like making it. So over here is the turnips. I have been using some of the leaves to put in my shakes in the morning, and I use that, and I also use some of the kale leaves and also some nasturtiums and stuff. But we got this kale, which is starting to really grow, and again, I'm not sure what this is, but hopefully once it starts to get a little bit bigger I'll be able to figure it out. One of the strawberry plants, and this one is starting to bloom and get bigger, so I'm excited about that. Here's another strawberry plant, and then I threw in a tomato plant on there. And this is I believe either a chocolate cherry tomato plant or a black crim. Either way, it's starting to get a little bit bigger. I do need to add a little bit more soil to that, so that'll be fun. My radishes, my bell peppers. So we got a few of those growing. This one's finally starting to get a little bit of leaves. Hopefully it'll get bigger. I do need to do some more rearranging around here, but we'll get to that. I'm actually probably thinking about getting rid of this planter, because honestly all I have in here is this zucchini plant, which isn't doing too well because I don't think it's just getting enough sunlight. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed and replant this. Hopefully it doesn't die, but I'll try my best. And then an onion plant, but other than that I have nothing in here. So I think I'm gonna, in the next week, take this out and then rearrange it a little bit in here. Put all the tomato plants together. This again, this blue one here is the beefsteak tomato, which we do have some foliage coming through, or some flowering, but I haven't seen any actual tomatoes. I'm hoping to get some soon, so I can start, making homemade tomato sauce, or just having sliced tomatoes. I will tell you, I do love just a sandwich with tomatoes, some mayo, and lettuce. or cucumbers actually. I love cucumbers because of the crunch. But this one here is the heirloom tomato, German Queen. This one also has some foliage at the top, but this thing is a huge one. This one is an indeterminate plant, and from some of the excuse me, some of the YouTube videos that I do watch, my favorite ones, they say that this one will just continue to grow and will continue to produce until you stop it, basically, or until it's time to be done. And then this one here is our cherry tomato, which is actually giving us some tomatoes here. You can see it, hopefully. Got a few there, got a big one there on that side, and I thought I saw a couple more, but I won't bore you with all that. But this one's here. Our pickling cucumber plant. This one is a heirloom Boston pickling. So the cool thing about this is I will be able to save some seeds and replant this again next year. Because we did have a few blossoms, I went ahead and just tried my hand at hand pollinating. Everyone said to give that a go, so I took and did that. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that it actually worked out for me. We'll have to see. But this one's starting to look good. It is climbing up. It was getting eaten alive, but I did spray it with some stuff and it does seem to be doing a little bit better, which is awesome. And then our green bean plant, which I did have over on that side where the peppers were, but it didn't like it over there. So I brought it back over here and it just seems to be doing much, much better. But as you can see, I got some green beans coming through, which I'm excited about. I'm ready to pick those. I only have 2 left. The other 2 died out, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm happy with 2 because I got 2 more at work that I can go ahead and pickle for, or grab from. And then this right here is the new addition. We went ahead and painted it. It was just a regular brown color, and then it had paint all over it, just all kinds of different colors paint. But I love bright, vibrant colors. So I threw all the herbs on here. So we got my parsley, we got my basil, my mint leaf, or my mint plant, which I did have to cut back because it had a disease and I didn't want it to spread. So I cut it all off and it is coming back, which I'm happy about because I love using mint during the summertime. Our parsley, which just shot up over the last couple of weeks, which we use a lot in our salsas, which, yeah, they're delicious. So I can't wait to have some more of that. And then on the top, I threw another strawberry plant. And the reason why I threw this one out here is because we've got some of these growing, and I thought it overhanging some of the, through some of the area would just give it that kind of whimsical look. So I'm excited about that. This one is growing huge. So I'm excited about that. And then here we are, we have the salad bar, which I will tell you, the leaves, the lettuce leaves are starting to look good right here. But the rest of these, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If anybody gives me any ideas, that would be great. I did notice these starting to pop up over the course of the last 2 weeks, and someone said they were potato plants. If anybody can give me any ideas, but I think that's what they are. And I'm gonna do some research, but I'm gonna see whether or not it's okay to leave these here or if I should replant them. But I got this one here, we got this one here. Check out the nasturtiums, which are beautiful. But we also have one growing right there. Oops, didn't mean to knock you over. The lettuce leaves are growing like crazy, and some more of those supposed tomato plants right there. Look at this beautiful purple basil. Super cute. I got 1, 2, 3. I planted a lot, but those are the only 3 that came up, which whatever, I'm happy with that. I'll keep that. But this butter crunch lettuce, which I threw in a whole row, nothing. I got nothing from that, so I'm a little bummed, which I'm surprised about too, but I'm gonna try and do a little more research on that and maybe try it in a different area. And then this is my arugula. And this one's growing like crazy too, which I'm happy about. So Hopefully when it starts to get a little bit warmer, it will start to go ahead and produce a little bit faster. And then last but not least is our rosemary plant. And I do use this a lot in my cooking. So I'm hoping it grows back a little bit so that I can go ahead and cut some off and dehydrate it and throw some into a little bin to go ahead and use at some other point in time. Anyways, that is what we have. Our broccoli plants, which they're not producing real fast. I'm wondering if I should just chalk these up because I do know that they're not a big fan of hot weather, although these seem to be doing well. I do try to keep them in a shaded area where they get a little bit of light, but not too much. So I'll keep my fingers crossed and we'll just leave them there. They don't seem to be dying, but they just don't seem to be growing very fast either. So, all right, everyone. So that was the little garden tour. I didn't throw in the one at work just because I'm off for another week. I needed a little bit of a break to work on a couple of other things around the house, which I've been able to accomplish. But goal for next week is to get rid of this other planter box and maybe keep that for some other area when we decide to move. But I hope you enjoyed the little tour. Again, I'd like to go ahead and throw a shout out to Amber. Thank you so much for that beautiful cup. And we hope to see you next time. We appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by.